So we see the gospel where Mary stayed outside the tomb weeping. And even when she went inside and she saw the two angels standing, one at the bottom, one at the top, she was weeping, she was sad. She was sad, as if she'd given up. Where's Jesus? Where's the body of Jesus? Where have they taken him? She'd been discouraged. But then when Jesus said to her, Mary, she changed. The risen Jesus had touched her life. The risen Jesus had talked to her, Mary. And she knew immediately this was Jesus. He has risen from the dead. He's kept his promise. Sometimes we too feel like Mary. We too weep. We feel discouraged. Feel like giving up. But yet you must remember that as Jesus talked to Mary, Jesus talks to us too. When we go to communion, we receive Jesus, the Son of God, into our hearts. The same Jesus who talked to Mary and said, Mary. That's the same Jesus that talks to us in communion. So let us remember that. Let us have faith as we go to communion. That strong devotion and strong faith that same Jesus that talked to Mary is that same Jesus that comes to us in our communion. The same Jesus that gave Mary hope. They gave her hope. Gave her encouragement. That's the same Jesus that comes to us in Holy Communion. How privileged we are. How blessed we are that we have that same encounter with Jesus as Mary had. So it's just the whole resurrection event, the whole Easter period is a whole time of hope. That Jesus has brought us hope to a fallen world. Brought hope to those who had given up from Good Friday. He brought hope. Not to give up. I've risen. I've kept my promise. I'm with you all days to the end of the world. So when going to communion today, and you receive Jesus in your heart, that's the same Jesus that spoke to Mary in that tomb and said, Mary. And that Jesus is coming to you and he says the same thing to you today. He calls you by your name and encourages you, supports you, and tells you he loves you. So today as you go to communion, may you feel that real presence of Jesus Christ. Amen.